D Live.
What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're representing. Throw up your flag. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already on YouTube after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. I let a few hundred of y'all come in, then I'll go in. But in the meantime and in between time, I'm going to give some shots out to the early birds, starting with Pamela Hamilton. What's up, Pam? Connie Hodge. What's up? Denise Abood. What it do? James Timmons. Michael Orr. Who cares? G Light. James. Who was that? Manny Perez. What's up? What's up? Somebody said fake. Manny said fake news. What's fake news, Manny? Y'all need to find another phrase also, man. Stop saying the same old stuff everybody else say. Just constantly regurgitating the same old thing. Give me something different so I can feel like you're thinking, you know? Instead of saying fake news, say anything. Say fraud news, phony news, anything. Just anything but the same old regular stuff. It's like everybody go to the internet, and once they hear something cool, everybody starts saying the same thing. Everybody just say the same thing. What's good, Nate? I remember that was a time when if you wanted to hear the cool stuff, you had to wait till a new album come out. Now it's daily. People hear it, but some of these phrases be sticking around for years, and they need to be retired. Especially those phrases that are overused and that are also misused. DHP, what up? Diddy going home Monday. All right, fam, let's get into it. Let's go ahead and get into it. So Diddy's lawyers made a strong case for him today in the court, and it appears that the judge might be open to allowing him to make bail. Diddy is in a New York courtroom fighting to get out of jail on a $50 million bond. This as he awaits trial on sex trafficking and racketeering charges, though he'll have to spend at least one more weekend in jail. Diddy appeared in court Friday without shackles, going before a judge and pushing for his release. This, family, is the fourth time that Diddy's trying to get out of jail on bail after being denied 3 other times. However, the judge adjourned the court for the day, and a decision on bail will be rendered next week. Diddy's proposed bail package, $50 million with his Miami mansion, his Miami Beach mansion as collateral, plus house arrest, around-the-clock security, and no contact with alleged victims or witnesses. However, during the hearing, the judge told Diddy that because the location has a dock, the location wouldn't work, even if there is no boat there. They also discussed other potential home detention options, such as his 3-bedroom apartment in New York City. 2 judges have already concluded Diddy would pose a threat to the community if released, and his bail attempt last month was denied after the judge raised concerns Diddy could obstruct the investigation and interfere with witnesses. For his part, Diddy is accusing federal prosecutors of editing the Cassie beatdown video to make him look more dangerous than he really is in order to keep him behind bars pending trial. Diddy scored a legal win earlier this week when a judge sided with Diddy's defense and ordered prosecutors to delete photos of Diddy's personal legal notes that were snapped during a raid on his jail cell. As you know, Diddy has been held without bail at a federal jail in Brooklyn since his September arrest. Diddy's trial is scheduled for May 5th, and he doesn't get out of jail on bail. And if he doesn't get out on bail right now, he's likely to spend the holidays behind bars. Diddy's family, his sons, daughters, and notably the mother of Diddy's daughter, Chance, Sarah Chapman, appeared at his bail hearing to offer their support. However, they'll have to wait a few more days to find out if Diddy's coming home. Well, so what do y'all think now, fam? Okay, looks like the tables might be turning. Give me a thumbs up if you think Diddy's coming home. Thumbs down if you say, nah, man, they're going to make him wait it out, man. He's going to have to sit down on the holidays, man. He's going to sit down through the holidays. What do y'all think? Let me see what y'all saying. Let's see. Magic up, Derek down, Door down, Sandra down, Connie down. Let's see. Judah down. Stacy up. Hold on. I got to block somebody. I want you to hear that I'm blocking you and understand that you can't come on here and act like an uncivilized mutt. You know, you come on this channel and you act like you got to act like you got some sense, even if you don't have any sense. Kind of like when you go to visit that uncle or aunt that you know don't play them games, and you kind of act like you got a little sense for the 30 minutes or so or hour or so that you're there. Don't come in here being disrespectful under any circumstance, because you will be blocked. See you later. So now I can talk to y'all. See, I refuse to damn, I actually blocked the wrong person. Damn, can I get that back? Damn, I inadvertently blocked the wrong person. Hate I did that. But wait a minute, man. Wait a minute. What's going on? Okay, I got it. Okay, I didn't block the wrong person. Okay, so here's the deal, fam. Here's the deal. Oh, this what dude said. Now look, I ain't got a dog in the fight, but this ain't the type of platform where you come in and you go crazy in the comments. This ain't that type of platform. Dude jumped on here and said F Diddy. He didn't use the F, he spelled it out. If he would have just probably just used the letter, I probably would have let it slide. But don't come on here with all of that crazy talking, man, because all it's going to do is encourage the next fool to jump in. And you know how people do. They come in, they read the room, they see it's a whole bunch of disrespect, so they come in with their disrespect. So we ain't having all of that. Anyway, fam. Anyway, so here's the deal, fam. Diddy absolutely should get a bond. They give murderers bonds, fam. Let's take away the fact that Diddy is a celebrity. Let's take that fact away. If Diddy was just another dude with a bunch of money, let's just give him the money. Another dude with a bunch of money. He got means. He was accused of all of these atrocious things. they would have given him a bond just like they did to Abercrombie and Fish guy. Just like they did with him, they would have gave him a bond, and it wouldn't have been nowhere remotely near $50 million. I think that dude's bond was like 10 million or something like that. I know for a fact it wasn't over 20 million. Diddy offering a bond package that is, as far as I know, that is unprecedented. So if they're going to go by their own rules, their own guidelines, their own criteria to make bond, then they should give him a bond. Otherwise, we got to look at it for what it is, fam. It's bias. It is straight up bias. And this is not me trying to defend Diddy or none of this type of stuff, but I understand the implications, and I do understand the racial component here. And don't ever think it ain't about race in the United States. Don't ever think that. The only people that really think that might wrap their mind around thinking, in fact, let me back up. Nobody thinks it's never about race in the United States. So the people that might vocally say something about it, complain about somebody saying something about it being about race, they just say that to try to quiet you because they're tired of hearing about it. They just say that to quiet you. Now, they're tired of hearing about it, but they're not tired enough to do something about it. They're not tired enough to put a dent in racism. But they are just tired of hearing people call them out on the BS and call others out on their BS. So it's them, and then it's the jigaboos, the jigaboo gang. The ones who kiss the ring, bow down those coconuts. It's them. So yeah, Diddy should absolutely get a bond. Again, I ain't riding, I ain't trying to defend him or nothing. But I'm looking at the legalities of this. I'm looking at this from a legal standpoint. From a legal standpoint, he should receive a bond. The man bond package is off the chain. $50 million. $50 million, family. That's before you get into him, his people proposing house arrest, around the clock security, and no contact with the alleged victims or witnesses. Come on, fam. Man should have gotten a bond. Point blank, period. He should have gotten a bond. They know Diddy ain't going nowhere. If he wanted to go somewhere, when the heat first got on, he could have hopped on his private plane and took off and just kept on going. He could have kept on going. He could have kept on going, but he didn't. The dude landed that plane. He knew he was being followed. Everywhere he went, he was documented. He was still on social media. He even knew that there was an impending arrest. Let me back up. That was an imminent arrest. He knew that. Yet he hopped on a plane and flew to New York, right into the arms of the authorities who was waiting on him. He knew he was going to be arrested. He flew to the city where the authorities was waiting to arrest him. And he went on about his business until they walked in on him and grabbed him at the hotel after he came back from running some errands. Does that sound like somebody who's trying to run from the law? That does not sound like somebody who is trying to evade the law. That sounds like to me somebody who say, okay, you got me jammed up, but I ain't running. I'm going to face this head up. I'm going to deal with it. And he moving around with his kids. That don't sound like somebody to me who feel that they have a career as a fugitive. With the kind of money that Diddy have, if he wanted to run, he could have ran easily. And this whole thing about having a dock at the mansion in Miami so that we don't want you staying there because it's got a dock, that's ridiculous, fam. Well, even though it's not a boat there, we still don't want you there. That's ridiculous. The man know he's being watched around the clock. So even if you park a boat there, that boat ain't gonna get far. They got things that they can do now. They can put tracking devices on the boat. And if that thing, if it moves, if that tracking device gets interrupted in any kind of way, if it's tampered with, they can tell. Hell, they can put cameras on the boat. With Diddy kind of money, he ain't got no problem putting up some cameras on the boat where they can see everything. He'll do that at his own expense. They probably offered to do that. It sounds like to me that Diddy has reconciled to face the music. Sounds like he just decided, look, I'm finna face the music. He ain't going nowhere. He ain't trying to run. Get that man a bail. Give him a bond. And here's the thing. If you give him a bond and he contact a witness, if he breaks any of the rules of the bond, now the prosecution can go, see there? We told you. We told you. We told you he was a threat. We told you he wasn't a good person. We told you he didn't deserve a bond. Now they get to revoke the bond and put him on in jail. Now they got the 50 million and they got him. They get to go into the courtroom and say, Judge, you see there? You know, we agreed to the bond. We let him out. And look at what he did. And he disrespected the court. Now they get to put that in front of the jury. Now that's more of questioning his character. They know damn well Diddy ain't going nowhere. They know damn well Diddy ain't gonna try to run. The court system has been dealing with this type of stuff way too many times. And they take calculated risk. They make a very careful assessment on who would be a risk of flight and who won't be. And they know that Diddy falls in the latter category. They know that for a fact. They are leaning on him because he is Diddy. See, fam, so celebrity don't always get you breaks. You don't always catch a break because you're a celebrity. Sometimes you end up getting broke because you're a celebrity. You end up getting broken because you're a celebrity. Sometimes you don't catch a break because the eye of the world is on you. I found it odd that Diddy's attorneys would, after accusing the feds of editing the Cassie beatdown video, that they would say that the feds did that, edited it to make him look bad, to make him look more dangerous than he really is. Bro, if I were you, I wouldn't even touch the Cassie video. I would leave that alone. I would just shut the F up. I wouldn't say nothing about that Cassie video because there is nothing redeeming about it. To say that you didn't really throw the vase at Cassie, you threw the contents of the vase. Come on, fam. Hey, man. Yeah, that's just digging your hole deeper. Let it go. Let the Cassie thing go. If anything, don't ever try to justify that Cassie video. Don't ever try to justify that. If anything, man, I made a mistake. I was, if you want to say anything, man, I was on drugs. I was messed up in the head. I was gone. I wasn't myself when that happened. That was me, but it was not me. That is not consistent with my character. That's about it, man. And keep it moving, man. Don't be sitting up there talking about the feds edited the video to try to make you look like you were more dangerous than you are. You look pretty dangerous on that video. You can't look less dangerous on that video. Look pretty dangerous. That's the type of thing that a man would see another man doing to a female family member and say he got to go. There ain't no redeeming. There's no redemption for this dude. He got to go. You do my people like that, no, partner. Now you got to feel something after that. Yeah, he kicked that woman, stomped that woman like she was nothing. And it's a woman that he was with for 10 years. I mean, you with somebody for 10 years, man. There got to be something about that person that you would want to protect. That was something like, it got to be something in them that made you want to be with them for 10 years, made you stick it out for 10 years. There had to be some good in that person. Something. D Martin, what up? Dimple Face. Ooh, that's a hell of a song right there. If you don't know me by now, Teddy, what was that? Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. If you don't know me by now, you will never, never know me. Ain't that something, fam? I think most of us have been in a relationship like that, where whether we've been with a person for a year or 5 years or 10 years, some 20 or 30, and it's like the person still don't know you. And sometimes it's like you don't know that person. You know a lot of things about that person, but you really don't know the full extent of that person's character. That's a hell of a song, man. If y'all ain't heard it in a while, go back and listen. If you don't know me by now, Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. But all the things that we've been through, you should understand me like I understand you. Now, baby, I know the difference between right and wrong. I ain't gonna do nothing to upset our happy home. Oh, don't get excited when I come home a little late at night, because we only act like children when we argue, fuss, and fight. We've all got our funny little moves. Y'all check these lyrics out, fam. Boy, see, I love lyrics. Like when them lyrics are in pocket. Oh man. Tell me if you can't feel this, fam. We've all got our funny little moves, our own funny moves. I've got mine. Woman, you got yours too. Just trust in me like I trust in you. As long as we've been together, that should be so easy to do. Just get yourself together, or we may as well say goodbye. What good is a love affair when we can't see eye to eye? Hey! Ooh-wee, man. What good is a love affair when we can't see eye to eye? What happened to Kim Porter? Hey, fam, that's a show right there. What happened to Kim Porter? That's heavy right there. I hear rumors and innuendo, fam. I have no idea. I have no idea. That is an issue. That's a big problem when people have, when there's physical conflict in relationships and one person ends up dead, even though they were not like really together, like technically a couple. From what I understand, Kim was Diddy's longtime on and off girlfriend. Plus, he had like 3 kids. I think 3 kids by her. He got the twins and then Christian. So if you look at that, that's yeah, when something go down, they automatically look at the spouse. They take a look at the spouse automatically. But that don't mean he did it. That don't mean that Diddy was involved in her death. But anytime even if there's not signs of physical abuse in a relationship, if one person ends up dead, the spouse is the number one suspect. Until the police rule that person out. The spouse is going to be the first person they come in to talk to. I don't know, fam. I hope he didn't do that. I hope he didn't have anything to do with Kim Porter's death. Because that's a different type of burden to have. That's a different type of burden. You love your children, but you hate their mother, you hate their father so much that you're willing to kill them, and that you go as far as to kill them. That's a hell of a burden to walk around with. You'd have to not have a conscience to walk around with that, to be okay with that. I don't care what you think about some kids' mama. Man, people love their mama, no matter what. Sometimes daddy get close sometimes. But mama, look, fam, as much as I love my kids, sometimes it stings, when I think about, how close they are to their mother. It's cool that they're close to, but sometimes you're thinking, man, I want some of that type of action, but I'm daddy. I just don't. I ain't gonna get that kind of action. I just ain't. No matter how, and I'm the best daddy. I ain't no regular daddy. Yeah, man. I'm not a regular daddy. I'm the best. I'm at the top. But I'm still second fiddle to mama. And that's okay. That's okay. And I think it's the big reason behind that is, fam, is that, although they come from you first, because you have to plant the seed, mama give birth and mama nurture. Mama is more nurturing, right? And oftentimes also, kids want to protect their mother more. They want to go out of their way. They're more protective of their mother because they believe that daddy can handle himself. So all of these things oftentimes cause kids to have more, more affection and love for their mother than their dad. Even when I look at like my grandparents, when my grandparents died, when I look at my grandparents, when my grandfather died, it hurt. But when my grandmother died, like it shook the whole family. Like it was a different type of hurt. Y'all feel what I'm talking about? Even when my mom and daddy died, my daddy died, my mama died, it was like, but I don't know, maybe it was also because my mama, my daddy wasn't around that much. And I had a whole lot more history with my mother. And also because I had already had experience of losing a parent. And I had came to grips, with what that might feel like. So, yeah. But back to Diddy, fam. Diddy, I do believe, like I said earlier today, I do believe they're going to give Diddy a bond. I think they're going to give Diddy a bond. I think he's going home. Now, what's going to happen after that? It's a whole new ball of wax. But let's see, said the blind man. Let's see. What's up, Derek Mallory? Give a few more shots out and I'm gone, fam. Miss Jazzy is in the building. What's up, Miss Jazzy? Tammy Gill. Kanita Johnson. James says he'll become the FBI, basically. If he flee the country, that's the worst thing that he could do because they're going to catch him. You know, when you're that known, you ain't going nowhere. You can go somewhere, but you're just going to make it hard on yourself. Diddy walked into the courtroom. That's why I say when they start talking about he's a flight risk, man, how is a man a flight risk when he walked right into the arms of the law? He knew y'all in New York, y'all waiting on him in New York, y'all waiting on him right there in Manhattan. He went straight to Manhattan and got a hotel and waited for the arrest. How is that a person that's a flight risk? That's totally inconsistent with a person who's a flight risk. See, fam, when these type of things happen and, you know, brother get the short end of the stick, I got to keep in mind that if they did it to him, they can do it to me. I ain't going to never find myself in a situation like that, but I could end up in another situation, you know? And, you know, just because I'm in the crosshairs of the law don't mean that I don't have rights and I should be, you know, discarded. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.